stuff that Jerome said is pretty true, and it's an honor and a privilege to have been able to be in the positions I've been in and be the places I've been, and I couldn't have done it without hard work. I want to talk to you guys specifically because you guys are at an age where you're all starting to maybe start thinking about what you're going to do in your lifetime. Because you start doing that when you're about 6 or 7. You have these big dreams and wild ideas of what you guys want to do. So who knows what they want to do when they grow up? Raise their hands. All right. Of all you guys that know what you want to do, how many of you want to be professional athletes? All right. Of all of you guys with your hands raised that want to be professional athletes, if you think you're going to be a professional athlete, keep your hand up. That's really good. I expected some hands to go down. You guys can put your hands down. That's the first thing right there, is you got to believe in yourself, okay? You're going to come across people all the time in your life that are going to tell you you can't do something. And you know why they tell you that? Does anybody know why they tell you that? What you got? They're selfish. That could be a reason. What you got?
They don't believe in you.
They don't believe in you. That's a good one. What you got? They want to discourage you. Good one. You forgot? That's all right. All of those are probably reasons. Every single one of those are probably reasons. The biggest reason, though, is because they themselves don't think they can do it. So they want to project onto you something that they can't do because they can't see themselves doing it. What do you think it takes to be a professional? Hard work. That's it. What you got? Practice. Oh, you said what you were going to say?
Dedication.
Dedication. Exactly. Hard work, practice, dedication, all of those things. You got to live, eat, sleep, breathe, and really believe in all those things every single day to become a professional. That doesn't mean a professional athlete either. It could be a professional as a doctor, a pilot, whatever it is you want to do. But if you want to be the very best at that thing, you have to try your hardest all the time. You know how many people have told you already at this young age that you can't do something? How many? A lot. 7? Yeah? 2? A lot. See, you already got people telling you. You guys are just little. All my life, people told me, Jerome played professional football. How many people told you you couldn't make it?
List is too long.
List is too long. You will hear it every single day because they can't put themselves in your shoes because they know what the dedication and the work is. I set out about 4 years ago now to become a professional golfer, and that's the biggest reason I think Jerome had me out here. I never played golf a day in my life. I figured by the time I'm 50, I could be a professional. That gives me about 9 years of hard work and dedication. I get up every morning at 4 o'clock. I go to the gym, I go to the golf course, and I go to work. I'm a full-time workaholic, but I got to make time to do the thing I want to do. So that's what it takes in your life to be able to advance to that level of whatever it is you're going to do. And no matter what you guys do, you're gonna make everybody that you live with proud. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your grandma, your grandpa. They're gonna be proud of you guys if you do the very, very best that you can do all the time. I was watching some of you guys throw the ball there for a little bit. I'm like, dang, you guys throw the ball better than I do. Yeah, you guys are good. How many of you guys see bullies at school? Yeah, everybody. What do you guys think of bullies? No good, huh? How many of you guys are bullies at school? I hope nobody, right? All right, good. How many of you guys help kids that are being bullied at school? Everybody, that if you guys see anybody being bullied, you should help them. Because you know why bullies bully people? No. Well, I mean, yeah, they're jerks, but usually kids are, yeah, what you got? Why do you think? They have trouble at home mostly, and that's all they know. So they don't do it because they want to be jerks per se. That's just all they know. So maybe you could try and befriend them, and maybe they're jerks because they don't have any friends. So maybe you could become friends with them and kind of ask them why they're bullying people. Maybe you can help change them. And if you guys are ever bullied, don't care what the bully says, because the bully says, oh, if you tell somebody I'm going to get you. Yeah, that's bull crap. They're not going to get you. Trust me. I was bullied from 7th to 9th grade. I never told anybody. But all those things, they make you better and stronger. I wish I would have told somebody so I didn't have to deal with it for all those years. And then when I started playing football, nobody bullied me anymore because now I had a whole football team behind me. Like, yeah. So, who knows about a gazelle in Africa? All right, cool. What's a gazelle do? What's its main job? To run from the predators. That's right, a lion. The gazelle runs from the lion. Which gazelle gets caught?
Slowest.
What? Slowest. Yeah, the slowest gazelle gets caught. You guys are like, what does this have to do with anything? Well, here, listen. You guys are all gazelles right now. You're running. You're running real hard because you want to be lions. You really want to be lions. You want to be the top, right? You want to be the predator. You want to be a professional athlete. So, right now, though, you're gazelles. You're running and running and running from the predator. And the predator is the slowest one. So your job is to be the fastest. Or not necessarily the fastest, but definitely not the slowest. So what does that mean? That means you got to work and work and work to continue to stay up in front of the slowest person. How many people think there are people that are naturally gifted? Okay, cool. How many people do you think that those people that are naturally gifted have it easier than you do? Okay, cool. Here's the thing. Some people are naturally talented, naturally gifted. But guess what? If they don't work hard, they're going to be the slowest gazelle, right? Yeah. So it doesn't matter who's got more talent or who's naturally gifted. You got to just continue to work hard all of the time. See, that's the thing. Nobody can be the lion unless they work the hardest, right? Yeah, so that means getting up early, staying up late, doing your homework. The number one thing is doing well in school. Because without that, you can't do anything else. Most schools won't let you play sports if you don't do well. And then you're not going to go to a school to be a college athlete if you didn't do well. So you got to do that first. First take care of the academic part, and then take care of the athletic. You can do both. Always ask for help. I learned something from this guy right here. You guys, what makes perfect? You guys heard this before? What is it? Practice makes perfect. That's what I said too. Practice makes perfect. I was talking to Jerome one day I asked him because I said, hey Jerome, I want to be a professional golfer. What do I need to do? You're a professional athlete. What do I need to do? He said, you gotta make a list. You gotta have a checklist. He called it a pilot checklist because he knows I'm a pilot, so that makes it easy for me. You gotta have a pilot checklist. Here's what you gotta do every day. Tick, 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 tick. And I said, okay. And he said, and you gotta have practice. But it can't be practice just to make perfect, because practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Okay? So that's it. You got to practice perfectly all the time. That means when the coaches are telling you, when your parents are telling you, they're trying to help you out. They're not trying to get on your case. They're not trying to be mad at you because you made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We're humans. We're going to make mistakes our whole lives. And we're always trying to get to that level of excellence, right? I don't like perfect because perfect is unattainable. Who thinks they can be perfect? A couple of you? Okay. I like it. I like that you think you can be perfect. But perfect is unattainable. You can achieve excellence though. So I like to use the word excellence, to strive to be excellent, because that is something that you can have. Now, I have a saying I wake up every day, and I have a little board. Who has a dream board or a vision board or a goal board? Yeah? Already? Sweet. I love it. What's on it? Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, like a bucket list kind of. So what I say is a goal board or a vision board. If whatever it is you want to do, you need to write it down and look at it and see it and visualize yourself doing that every single day. Did you do that, Jerome?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You have to, because that puts you in that place. You imagine with your eyes closed and it's quiet around, the smell of the grass on the baseball field, the crowd of noise behind you. Everybody close their eyes and try this out. Let me see if you guys can do this. So think about being on a professional, whatever your favorite baseball team is, thinking about being on that team, that field, and on the bases and in the outfield, and the crowd around you, and the TV cameras on you, and the noise from the players, and now you're up the bat, and you hit that game-winning base hit. Can you guys all see that? Isn't it incredible? Yeah. You guys do that all the time. All the time. And always remember to be kids, even when you're an adult. Because this right here is what gets you to be that up there. So if you guys really want to be professional athletes, write it down. You don't have to be an artist. I got the worst drawing ever on my vision board. It's a stick figure playing golf. And the trees, you don't even want to know. But I know what it looks like, and when I look at it, I visualize myself being there with Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson on the tee box next to me, and me joking with them and saying, look at, you guys been playing your whole life. This old scrub came from nowhere. You never thought you'd be playing against me for the final pairing, did you? So it's all what you really believe, and if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. Have your parents told you that? Yeah, I bet you they have. Your parents will tell you that all the time, and sometimes you're like, yeah, whatever, they're just my parents, I don't believe it. But it's true. You can be whatever you want to be, whatever you want to be. My wife is back there somewhere listening, and she hates this term because she doesn't think it exists. 110%. Do you guys know that? Have you heard it? You think it exists? What is it? What do you think it is? Raise a hand. Let me hear it. What you got? Okay, that's a good answer. What you got?
To excel
Above and beyond. I like it.
do better than your best.
Do better than your best.
To work
Harder than your hardest. Work harder than everyone. I like, those are all really good answers. There's no wrong answer. I just want to hear what you guys have to say. What 110% is. Well, when I look at like 110%, have you ever seen a Olympian? Some of them will go run and they'll be throwing up while they're running. They're doing a 440 sprint, and the last like 40 yards they're just puking, but they finish. Who'd want to stop when they're puking? I would. Heck, forget it, man. I'm throwing up. I don't want to keep running. No way. But those professional Olympians, they want to finish that race. They want to be number one. So they give that extra percentage, that above that 100%, that 10% extra. So it's when you're at the edge, when you're at the limit of the most uncomfortable feeling you've ever felt in your life, playing sports, running, whatever, and just saying, give 10%, just give a little bit more from the gas tank. One thing I want to tell you guys too, whatever you start, finish, always. It's, even if you don't like it, baseball might not be for you, basketball, hockey, football, whatever, it might not be for you. You might want to try it, you might not like it, but never ever quit, never. And if your parents say, oh, you don't have to keep playing, you tell them, yes, I do. That kid, that one guy that flew helicopters that tries to be a professional golfer, he told me I have to keep playing. You know why that's important? Because you made a commitment to yourself and to the team that you were with. And if you quit once, you'll quit always in your life. And no quitting allowed, okay? No matter how hard it gets. Always, always, always finish what you start. It's very, very important. It's the most important thing I think that you could ever learn. There are a bunch of athletes out there that never thought they'd make it. Okay, Michael Jordan. Everybody knows Michael Jordan, right? Best basketball player of all time in some arguments. Jackie Robinson. Anybody know who Jackie Robinson is? Yeah, baseball player. First African American baseball player. They told him, you can't ever make it. You're black. You won't be a baseball player. Nope. He defied the odds. There he went. He played. Spud Webb. Anybody know who Spud Webb is? Yeah. I didn't think many of you kids would. Spud Webb was probably about your height. Yeah, he was about 5'2". Spud Webb was about 5'2". And guess what he did? Played professional basketball and could dunk. Yeah, he would fly over people.
He won the dunk contest.
He won the dunk contest.
I think it's like 85.
Little guy. He was small. Yeah. He had hops for days. Drew Brees. Anybody know Drew Brees? I bet you all do, yeah. He's like 5'10" or something like that. You know how hard it is to be a professional NFL quarterback at 5'10"? You can't even see over your lineman. You can't. They told him his whole life he'd never do it. And then if that wasn't good enough, he blew his shoulder out in San Diego, and they said, "Ah, you're no good." But somebody else took a chance on him, and he won a Super Bowl. Tom Brady. Yeah, you guys know Tom Brady. I can't stand Tom Brady, but he's a great athlete. Great athlete. You know why? He didn't have a chip on his shoulder. He had to work really hard his whole life because he wasn't always the best. He had to work and work and work. He was, what, 8th round draft pick or something like that? 6th round draft pick, whatever it was. 6th round draft pick guy has the most Super Bowl rings of all time. Nobody thought he was going to be anything. They didn't want to take a chance on him. Look at that. See what I'm getting at? It doesn't matter as long as you try and you work hard. Altuve, another guy I really don't like. Yeah, you guys know him. You know why I don't like him? Because he's an Astro and I'm a Dodger fan. Yeah.
I like the Dodgers.
But Altuve's another guy. He's tiny. They told him his whole life he's never going to be a professional baseball player. He's great. He's absolutely phenomenal. Couple more things and I'll let you guys go because it's school night. Your parents are like, all right, guys, shut up already. I want you guys to, in your minds, name 10 things that you love, okay? 10 things in your mind that you love. Just think about that real quick. When you guys are done, just raise your hand. The parents can be doing this too. About halfway there.
I'm not sure they can count to 10.
Everybody got 10 things? 8 things? 9 things? Somewhere in there? 7 things? Okay, that's fine. You might not have 10 things yet at your age that you really love. All right, cool. Of all of you guys that have all those things, how many of you guys had your own self on that list? Oh, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Parents, how many of you had yourself on that list? Twice? Man, you guys are way ahead of me because I never had that on my list. My point is that the number one thing on your list that you should love is yourself. You got to love yourself before anything else because that's how you succeed. Okay? That's how you make yourself the greatest version of you. Who's your guys' hero? You guys all have a hero? Somebody you look up to? Somebody you want to be like? Yeah? Okay, cool. On your hero list, is yourself on there? Yeah? I like that. Yeah? A couple of you? Good. Because that's it. You gotta be your hero. You have to be your hero. Okay? Think of yourself in 5 years from now. That you want to be that person 5 years from now. And 5 years after that, you want to be that person. And 5 years after that, and 5 years after that. For the rest of your life. Could be a year from now, 2 years, but 5 years is a good number because it's attainable, it's easy to think about. And the last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is this. How many of you guys get mad at yourself when you make a mistake and call yourself names and say, "Oh, you stupid, you're so dumb, I can't believe you did that"? How many of you do that? Everybody. Do you guys do that when your teammate does that? No? What do you guys say to your teammate when they do that? It's okay. Good job. Don't worry about it. This is a hard play. Man, he hit that ball hard. That's what you tell your teammate, right? If your teammate came up to you and said, "Man, you're so dumb, I can't believe you didn't make that play. Man, that ball was hit right to you. I can't believe you didn't catch it off that bounce. What's wrong with you?" What would you be like to your teammate? You'd be mad at him, huh? You'd probably want to punch him or something. Probably wouldn't like him anymore, right? Yeah. So the point is that if you would be upset at somebody else for talking to you like that, don't talk to yourselves like that, ever. Talk to yourself in a positive. Hey, we're all gonna make mistakes. Remember, we're humans. We cannot be perfect. So when we make a mistake, go, man, I should have made that play, but it was a hard hit. Or man, that thing took a funky bounce. If you really tried your hardest, then you should be able to be okay that you made a mistake and talk yourself up and be positive. Okay? Always. You guys, I really appreciate your time. I hope that I see every single one of you playing whatever professional sport you want to play or whatever you want to do as far as a career. I hope I can see you guys do that. I hope that I can be a part of this. I'm so happy that I was invited down. I'm going to come and see you guys practice and stuff every now and then because I'm going to get it from your coach and Jerome when your practice schedule is, because I want to be part of your guys' journey. And if you guys need somebody to talk to, I want to be somebody that you guys can talk to. And also, sometimes I might need some advice from you guys on what keeps you motivated so I can stay motivated to do what I want to do, because there are days that you just feel like, man, this is impossible. But the hardest thing, remember, you never quit. You just keep on going. You might need to take a break, but you don't quit. Never. Thank you guys so much. Good luck this year. Good luck in school. Be good for your parents. And be good teammates, okay? Thank you guys.
Before we say that, I just want, especially the parents, to understand this is the core of MVP right here. Guys like Jim and guys like Tim. You know, this guy was around the world flying helicopters, saving soldiers, and I came from a sports background, flying around, hitting other humans, and we gelled. Like, we gelled like we've been brothers for a long time. A lot of it, and I hope you guys got it, is his determination. I don't think you guys realize he's a professional athlete in the military. The pilots are the professional athletes. I mean, they're the big shots in the military. What he had to go through, and the training, and the dedication, and the practice, that's professional athlete and more type thing. So you're looking at a military professional athlete right here. One of the best of the best in the whole world. So everything he said, I want you guys to really take to heart. But also understand, when you wear MVP, you're representing guys like this. You know, they sacrifice a lot for their parents, for their loved ones, and more importantly for this country. So when you guys feel tired and feel like you can't give anymore, keep going, okay? Keep going. Because you got guys like this rooting for you, okay? You got a lot of people rooting for you, but especially guys like this rooting for you. You know, Jim and I are close friends, and like I said, he'll be out here more, and when he's not saving people, you know, as a lifelike pilot. But give him another round of applause.
Retire number one for our honored guest.
Man, thank you guys.
I'd like to present this to you with our two captains. One of our captains, we got two more up there.
Thank
Carter
you
and
guys.
Marco.
This is the best gift I've ever been given in my entire life. Guys, I'm not even saying that. This is for real honest. I'm gonna cherish this with every ounce of my being. Thank you guys.
Anyone, I guess we got time, maybe one question, or anyone want to hear about a dangerous mission he went on?
Yeah? All right, I'll share a little bit. You guys heard of the place called Afghanistan? Yeah. You guys don't want to go there. Maybe you do. Maybe one day.
It's around the corner from Chicago.
yeah, it's just down the street. You know, the thing about being in the military and going to a combat zone, it's just much like a professional athlete. You train and you train and you train and you train to go to that combat zone. You train and you train and you train to go to the big game, World Series, Super Bowl, Stanley Cup, NBA Finals, whatever it is. That's the whole purpose of why you do what you do. And then when you go, you fulfill that, whether you win or you lose. The fact of the matter is that you always have to want to go back, because nothing can ever reach that pinnacle, that big game. And that's what being in Afghanistan was like. There's times I'm like, man, I want to go back right now and help my friends out, help another. But I flew medevac over there, so I was saving wounded soldiers over there. So I'm gonna give you guys a happy story because we don't want to make you guys have bad dreams. So my very first mission when I got to country, I was there for maybe a week. I just got done doing my local area orientation. You got to go fly around and see where all the hot spots are and whatever else. And the very first mission I got was a little girl. She was about 3 years old, and she got a gunshot wound to her belly. And you guys are like, this is a happy story? Well, it's a combat zone. This is what happens, okay? This should make you guys realize how nice it is to live here. There are kids that live over there, they can't even go play soccer or baseball out in the outside because there's landmines and they're scared and they might step on one. That's how bad it is over there. But this little girl, she got shot in the belly, and it was an accident. Her brother did it by accident. His dad said, hey, go get the gun. The guy's here, he owes me money, whatever. And he went to get the gun. And he was trying to tell his sister, don't ever play with guns, they're dangerous. And the gun went off and shot her in the belly. And they called us to medevac her because we medevaced everybody. And we went up there and we picked her up and we picked her dad up and we brought them back to Kandahar. And she almost died, but she lived. And her dad was forever grateful. And he stayed there with her every single day. And we brought her stuffed animals and everything else. And if it weren't for us, she wouldn't have been there. She wouldn't have been able to make it. And the thing is that little girl got a second chance at life because we were in the right place at the right time, and we were able to save her. And it was always the nearest and dearest story for me. Little BB, that was her name. Little BB, I loved that little girl. I'd go to see her in the hospital every single day, and I didn't like to go see the people in the hospital because it was never, you just don't like to do it. Who likes to be at a hospital? Not many people. Yeah, you do? I don't like it. But I'd go there every day, and every single day, you know what I'd do? I'd take, the doctor's gloves, I'd blow it up, and I'd get it real big, and it looked like this, all blown up. And then I'd tie it in a knot, and I'd put an eyeball on each side, and then a mouth down below the thumb, and it looked like a little person with a big nose and spiky hair. And she thought that was the funniest thing, and I gave her one of those every single day. And the last day before she went home, she learned the word in English. Balloon? Balloon? That's what she called it. Balloon? Yep, so I made her one more balloon. Little BB. Beautiful little baby. So I was able to save a little baby's life over there in Afghanistan. Her father, super grateful for it. And that was just one of many, many flights that I did over there. I flew over 350 hours of combat missions. I saved over 200 women, children, civilians, soldiers. Thanks. Foreign nationals, everybody. And I even picked up about 6 bad guys, believe it or not. We saved those guys too because they might tell you something that you need to know. So with that said, that was the big game for me. And the big game, I have a lot of memories. Some I don't like, some I do. And you're gonna have those in life. You're gonna have memories you don't like and memories that you do. Whether it's being a professional athlete, a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, a garbage man, whatever the case may be. I mean, you guys, it's your dreams, do what you want. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You do what makes you happy. Make your parents proud. So your parents are gonna be proud of you if you give 100% to anything you do. I can guarantee you that, okay? Again, thank you guys all so very much for letting me be here. Parents, thank you for letting me talk to your children. I really appreciate this, and I'll be back to check in on you guys. Everybody, can I get a good game high five on the way out? Let's go. Come on, come right this way. Come right this way. Right here, come on. Come on. We gotta pass by it. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Always remember to do this. This is the biggest, most important part. Being humble and thankful for the other team showing up. Good job, guys. Good job.
Y'all looking sharp. You got the jersey.
Thank you guys.
Awesome, bud. Awesome.
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you. Awesome. Say thanks, buddy.